Would you believe me if I said that in 2026, we will witness the emergence of a game-changing strategic asset capable of fundamentally altering the global strategic balance? This suspense, fueled by recent near-explicit reports in official media, points to the most closely watched and highest security project in China's defense industry, the H-20 strategic bomber, shrouded in mystery since rumors first surfaced a decade ago. All signs now indicate this aerial behemoth, embodying the dreams of generations of aviation pioneers, is entering its final countdown to maiden flight. This marks not merely the birth of an aircraft, but a decisive stride by a major power toward establishing a truly global strategic air force. Its significance transcends technology, profoundly reshaping the fabric of geopolitics and deterrence. Looking back at the evolution of China's strategic airstrike capabilities, the H-6 series stands as a veteran with distinguished service, particularly the extensively upgraded H-6K invariants, equipped with long-range cruise missiles, have significantly extended China's standoff strike range, becoming a crucial pillar in safeguarding national security. However, objectively speaking, the H-6 series, developed from the mid-20th century Tu-16 platform, still exhibits generational gaps in core capabilities such as range, payload capacity, and penetration methods compared to the long-range strategic bombers currently in service with the United States and Russia. Despite extensive modifications, the U.S. Air Force's B-2 Spirit leverages unparalleled stealth capabilities to penetrate dense air defense networks for global strike missions. The B-1B Lancer possesses supersonic penetration capabilities and substantial payload capacity, while Russia's Tu-160 White Swan combines supersonic speed with immense range and payload as a strategic asset. In contrast, the H-6K has a maximum range of approximately 8,000 kilometers and a payload capacity of about 9 tons, lacking both stealth and supersonic capabilities. Its penetration survivability faces severe challenges in future high-intensity, high-threat battlefield environments. Therefore, developing a new strategic bomber capable of intercontinental range, possessing formidable penetration capabilities, and carrying heavy payloads has become an indispensable component for China to build its triad nuclear strike system and advance toward a strategic air force. The H-20 emerged precisely in response to this historic demand. From limited yet authoritative official information and hints from aviation industry sources, we can outline the H-20's general profile and strategic positioning. It is highly likely to be a stealth strategic bomber employing a flying wing configuration, operating at subsonic speeds or possessing supersonic cruise capability. The flying wing configuration offers inherent advantages in stealth and aerodynamic efficiency, as demonstrated by the B-2 and B-21. Through the development and deployment of fifth-generation fighters like the J-20 and J-35, China has accumulated profound expertise and achieved world-leading capabilities in critical technologies such as stealth materials, aerodynamic design, and intake shrouding. Even more intriguing are China's breakthroughs in supersonic aerodynamic configurations and next-generation high-thrust turbofan engines, which theoretically and technologically enable the H-20 to integrate stealth with supersonic performance. If realized, the H-20 would become the world's first stealth supersonic strategic bomber, combining the ghost-like stealth of the B-2 with the speed advantage of the Tu-160, an epoch-making achievement in aviation history. Its range is projected to easily exceed 10,000 kilometers, and with aerial refueling, it would possess global reach capability. Its payload capacity will significantly surpass that of the current H-6, with internal bays designed to accommodate various precision-guided munitions, particularly optimized for carrying next-generation air-launched ballistic missiles. These missiles grant the H-20 the capability to launch high-speed, hard-to-intercept strategic strikes from beyond enemy defenses, greatly enhancing its deterrence effectiveness and mission flexibility. The emergence of the H-20 will mark the first time the Chinese Air Force possesses an airborne strategic platform capable of launching credible, reliable deterrence against global critical targets from domestic bases, even with limited forward presence. This truly completes China's capability for nuclear and conventional deterrence across all domains. Particularly noteworthy is that the H-20 does not exist in isolation. It will serve as a core node within the future integrated combat system of the Chinese Air Force. Even as the H-20 nears deployment, China's sixth-generation fighter program has also begun to emerge. Online discussions about prototypes of new generation fighters like the JXX are buzzing. While specific designations and performance details remain classified, it is certain that China's sixth-generation fighter will pursue higher levels of intelligence, networking, and all-domain combat capabilities. This may involve cutting-edge technologies such as manned, unmanned collaboration, and directed energy weapons. The escort formation for the future H-20 bomber will likely no longer consist of the current J-20 fighters, but rather these sixth-generation fighters with a greater generational advantage. Imagine this scenario: the H-20 takes off from an inland base, escorted initially by sixth-generation fighters with ultra-long range and powerful situational awareness capabilities over distant maritime airspace. The mission could be seamlessly handed over to carrier-based sixth-generation fighters launched from an aircraft carrier, forming an uninterrupted long-range escort chain. This combination of stealth bombers and sixth-generation escorts, supported by robust airborne command and control, electronic warfare, and space-based intelligence systems, would form a long-range precision strike capability, virtually impervious to existing defense systems. It could not only perform strategic nuclear deterrence duties, but also penetrate deep into enemy territory during high-tech conventional conflicts to destroy critical nodes and alter the course of campaigns. Thus, the strategic significance of the H-20 extends far beyond filling an equipment gap. First, it fundamentally strengthens the weakest link in China's triad nuclear force, its airborne strategic nuclear strike capability, making the national nuclear deterrence system more balanced, robust, and credible. Second, it will dramatically expand the strategic offensive reach of the Chinese Air Force, enabling a genuine transformation from territorial air defense to a force capable of both offense and defense, integrating air and space domains, and conducting long-range strikes. This positions the Air Force as a key instrument for projecting power to safeguard overseas interests and participate in global security affairs. Moreover, the H-20's entry into service will directly alter the military balance across the Western Pacific and beyond. Its stealth and long-range strike capabilities can effectively penetrate existing island chain defense systems, exerting sustained pressure on potential adversaries' rear bases, command centers, and aircraft carrier strike groups. This forces opponents to adjust their force deployments and operational concepts, thereby gaining strategic initiative. Of course, the development and final certification of the H-20 still face a series of highly challenging engineering hurdles. These include flight control for its large, flying wing configuration, optimizing and maintaining full-spectrum stealth performance, developing high-thrust, low-fuel consumption engines to match its massive airframe, and achieving a highly integrated avionics and weapons system. However, reviewing the leapfrog development of China's aviation industry over the past 2 decades, from the independent breakthrough of the J-10 to the J-20's ascension to the world's top tier, and the successful serial production of the Y-20 and Z-20, all demonstrate its capability to overcome challenges and advance systematically. The signals released by official media are precisely a manifestation of this formidable confidence. In essence, the potential maiden flight of the H-20 in 2026 will be more than a spectacular showcase of China's military capabilities. It will mark a milestone in China's evolution as a global strategic power. This aircraft symbolizes China finally filling the last critical piece in its aerial strategic arsenal, acquiring a major strategic asset commensurate with its international standing and national security requirements. When this new bomber, born of countless hours of ingenuity and dedication, cuts through the sky, its impact will transcend mere technology. It will herald the dawn of a new strategic era, whose ripples will profoundly reshape the future landscape of the skies and the delicate balance of global peace. We await with bated breath the arrival of that historic moment.